they played in the events. Now, Jan Mirkowski is International Services Director of Arinite, which is a health and safety consultancy. I guess this must be pretty unusual, Jan, that the product actually comes to be sold, which is so dangerous.
Yes, indeed. Good morning. I've been working as a health and safety advisor stroke consultant for 40 years, and I have to say my heart goes out to the family. I have a young daughter myself of 7, and it must be the worst thing in the world to have to bury your own son, your husband, your father. And as a consultant, as you can imagine, I receive all sorts of news feeds and technical journals and bulletins, and the same accidents just keep coming around with depressing regularity. This is by no means an unusual or exceptional case, and it's completely inexcusable. The hazards of industrial solvents have been known for at least 100 years. I'm just astonished that in the 21st century we're still mishandling this stuff. There are well laid down procedures for dealing with solvents. You may have heard of some regulations called the COSH regulations, which came out in the mid-1980s, and manufacturers are supposed to produce safety data that goes with the product. It's very simple. You flip around the back of the tin, you read what's on the label, and normally that will tell you what precautions need to be taken. And even if you can't find the safety data sheet that goes with it, most manufacturers will let you download it from their website. So somebody somewhere just failed to follow well laid down established processes.
Yeah, there's a couple of things really. I suppose one is training, and companies have got to train their workers so that they don't make any mistakes. And they use all the relevant information. That's key, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's a requirement, again, under legislation. You're absolutely right. So the law does say people have to be trained in all the safety aspects of the job, whatever's required to do the job safely. But as a country, I find we are quite poor on training. We managers keep making the assumption that you get youngsters in through the door and they instinctively know everything there is about the job. Well, they don't. You do have to train them, and that's got to be properly documented. And you have to test that training and check that they've understood what they've been told.
Just one final thing. Do you think sometimes some products just are too strong? In striving to get a really effective product, we actually just push the line on trying to make them too difficult to handle?
Yes, your listeners might know this themselves. If you ever buy paint to paint your house, you may have noticed in recent years it doesn't contain as much solvent as it used to. It doesn't smell as bad as it used to in previous years, and it doesn't make your eyes run. And that's because the paint manufacturers have worked really hard to reduce the amount of solvent in the paint. So technological solutions are available, and the technology is getting better. And it's a matter of the glue manufacturers, the adhesive manufacturers, working away at it and trying to reduce the amount of solvent and find other better substitutes.
Thanks very much indeed, Jan Mirkowski from Arinite with Health and Safety Consultancy.